In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can use color corrections and filter in Canva. In our previous lessons, I shows you how to add transitions, and let me show you how to use the color corrections here. To do the color corrections, first I choose the clip. After choosing this clip, I come to this edit option at the top and I choose edit option. On my left hand side, you can see that I have the options. In this, at first, I have the option which is adjust. I choose this adjust option. It shows you auto adjust at first. So when I choose this auto adjust, it automatically adjusts the colors and other all values. If you want, you can go with that itself. And we have a lot more options here. And if you want, you can go for the other adjustments. You can see how the auto was adjusted the video clips. Now I choose reset adjustments and I want to do that manually. At first, I have the option called temperature. So if you want to convert that video clip as a cool and hot, you can do that using this option temperature. And after that, I have the tint. So if you want to change the color tint value, I can do that using this option tint. So those two things we do when we do require the white balance. Based on the need, we are going to do that work as we required. So after that, I have the light adjustments. So here I have brightness, contrast, highlight, shadow, whites and blacks. So if I adjust the brightness itself, it will adjust the overall adjustment of brightness all over the pixels, not only the particular pixel, all over the pixel. In the same way, I can adjust or where I can reduce or increase the contrast of the video clip also. You can see that how it works. So in these two ways, you can adjust brightness and contrast. Then we have the highlights. So if I want to adjust the values of highlights only, like here we have the highlights and we have the shadows here. So if I want to adjust the highlights alone, I can use this option highlight. I can increase the value or I can reduce the value. You can see that it affects only the highlights values. The same way I can adjust the shadows alone using this option. I increase the value for shadows and the highlights remaining the same. You can see how it works. And this is how we use the shadow option. And you too have the whites. So if I want to adjust the whites alone, we can use this option and that adjusts all those white pixels in the highlights also. Finally, we have the black. So it adjusts the pure black pixels all over the pixels. So it shows you how it adjusts. So this is how all those functions are working when you do the color correction. And apart from that, I come to the bottom. Here I have the option called color. So this color option have two options, vibrance and saturation. So if I want to adjust the color vibrance, I can increase that. I can see how that transform the values. At the same time, I can reduce that using the vibrance. So this is how this vibrance work. And if I want to increase only the color value or completely need to desaturate, I can use this option saturation. So it overall, increase the saturation value all over the pixels. And if I want, I can desaturate in entirely. So this is how we use those color correction options. Based on the need, we are going to adjust the brightness, the shadows, and the contrast values. How do we want? And the temperature, what you need to maintain with that video clip. All those things we can do with the Canva color correction using this edit and adjustments. So apart from the color corrections, I too have the option called filters. So if you want to add the preset value of the color correction works, you can use this option filters. To do that, I come here and I can choose the see all. So it shows you all the, the filter effects which is having with Canva. So by default, it has the none, which means I was added only that color adjustments, color corrections. Here I have the different categories like natural, warm, cool, vivid, soft, vintage. Whichever you want, you can choose and it will be applied. Like I choose this flint. You can see how it has the tone. And I choose this angry. And I choose this elder. So it completely occupied that video clip. You can see that how the entire video clip was transformed. So not only that, particular frame, it completely occupies the entire video clip. And based on the need, you can choose how you want that particular effect. You too have the option to adjust the intensity. You can see here, I have the option to adjust the intensity. Now for all clips, not only for this clip, for all effects, you have the intensity. You can apply and you can adjust if you want. So this is how we have all filters. And if you want to remove the filter, you can simply choose this option none. So this is how we use the filters option. And we also added the color corrections here. Based on the need, we need to maintain the particular value. So this is how you can simply add the color corrections and filter effects for video clips in Canva. You can do the same thing to other clips also, and you can do all those color corrections and the filter effects for all the clips in Canva in timeline.